Welcome everyone. Doing a video today on zeroing the D&T Hydra HS225 optic. I filmed footage of this previously, but it didn't come out the way that I wanted, so I figured I'd make a separate video of this. I need to kind of check the zero on this thing anyway, so gonna be doing that today. Downrange at 25 meters, I have a cardboard IPSC with just a piece of aluminum foil taped to it. I'm gonna shoot, and then you essentially put another piece of foil where your round impacts, and then you can adjust in the settings inside the optic and move the reticle to where your impact was, and then your optic's zeroed. So theoretically you should be able to zero it in one shot. After I'm done with the zeroing procedure, I'll do a little bit of shooting. I also plan on demonstrating it as a clip-on optic in front of the LPVO on one of my ARs, so I'll put footage in there as well and kind of just show you the difference between the two. Okay, first shot, it's off to a little bit to the left. I could see actually when it hit the cardboard, I could see a little bright spot for just a second there. After the bullet passed through, I'm gonna go down, put a little piece of foil there, and then we can adjust the reticle inside the optic. So I taped a little piece of aluminum foil over the bullet hole of where the bullet impact was. And then I go into the menu by holding down the center button, and I scroll down to the zeroing option. And then I put the reticle over where I was aiming, not where the impact was. And I freeze it right there. No, that wasn't good. There we go. So now I have it frozen. And then I scroll down into the X and Y axis, and I can actually move the reticle. Oops. Actually have to select that, and then I can move the reticle over to where the bullet hole is, or the piece of foil that I put over the bullet hole, let's say. Until that's centered. Then I should be good. And I save that as my new zero profile. Then I should shoot another shot and it should be good to go. All right, looks like it's a little bit right. I'm actually going to use this like warm spot from where the bullets pass through the cardboard. And go down. All right, let's try that again. All right, awesome. Looks like it's passing right through the foil. Should be good to go now. Let's go down and see where that was. All right, right where I thought. These were those the shots after the initial zero, and then I adjusted the reticle over here. Pretty well centered. All right, so on the woods today, brought the D&T Hydra HS225 optic out, kind of reconfirmed the zero because I had a very, very rough zero on it before. And then once I did that, took it out to about 100 meters on steel. All right, gotta aim a little. All right, pretty good at 200 meters. And then roughly 200 meters on steel with my AK, shooting it, making those plates ring, and had a good time. Now that I'm done shooting my AK for the day, I moved the QD mount for the Hydra over onto my main AR, and I'm going to shoot this as a clip-on optic in front of my LPVO. I'm going to show you guys kind of the zeroing process for that, and then we'll shoot it, take it out to some range, and see how it does. One of the great things about this optic is that since it comes with this QD mount, you can pop this thing off if, say, you just want to use your daytime optic if you're using it as a clip-on, and then come nighttime, you can just pull this thing out of a pouch or wherever you had it stowed and stick it back on your rifle, and then you have nighttime capability again, super quick. All right, now I'm shooting the D&T Hydra HS225 as a clip-on in front of a LPVO. This is a primary arms PLXC. We're gonna do the same process, kind of go through the zeroing steps on it. I will note that I'm using black hot. For some reason, it's showing up better right now as black hot, which is an important thing with optics like this is sometimes you need to cycle through the different contrast settings to find the one that works best for the environment and the situation that you're in. All right, it looks like that shot was actually centered pretty well. It's just low, so we'll have to adjust that optic, and then there's a little jumping spider on my bag right here. But yeah, we'll adjust that optic, recenter it, and then should be good to go. All right, so I went down range. I put a little piece of foil over the bullet hole from where I shot, and then we will adjust the optic. Bring up the menu, go down to clip-on zeroing now. Since I'm in clip-on mode, it doesn't just say zeroing, it says clip-on zeroing. Makes sense. And then same process down here. I'll put the crosshair and the reticle of my daytime optic where I was aiming and freeze it. Okay, and then I will go down and move. Sorry. Oh, don't really need to move the X axis actually. So that's good. Move down to the Y, and then we'll go down. Oh, I'm sorry, up. Until the reticle in my optic is on there. I think we can probably move the X over 1. There we go. No, I think it's fine where it is. That's the best right there. Oops. Okay, we go down and save. Cool, now it should be zeroed. Let's shoot it again. One more time. I'll get rid of the menu here real quick. And then, so it does create these little bars on the edge of the screen just because it kind of is like shifting the digital screen itself, but should be zeroed now. Well, I didn't see a bullet hole, so it probably went through the foil. Let's go down and check. All right, here we go. Tore right through the foil. The hole's kind of big because there were holes underneath it from the AK rounds, but yeah, that's pretty much all you have to do. Shoot a couple of rounds. All right, folks, that's about all I have for today. Did a little bit of zeroing, a little bit of shooting with a couple of different rifles, using the optic in a couple of different methods. I actually did have the idea. I know I've done a couple of run and gun videos recently that I've posted on my channel. If you want to see me do maybe a nighttime run and gun and use this thermal, leave a comment down below. Thinking about doing that, but you know, if people really want to see that, I'll bump that up in the priority list basically and do that a little sooner. So let me know if you want to see that. I'll come up with something, and that should be fun. I will note that I'm using black hot in this setting. For some reason, it's showing up better right now as black hot, which is an important thing.